Fantasy Fair is a place where primarily the princesses have come to greet the guests. We have the Royal Hall, where guests can have a one-on-one interaction with the princesses. We also have the Royal Theatre, where we are presenting 2 shows, Beauty and the Beast and Tangled, where after the show, guests are able to meet Belle, following Beauty and the Beast, and Rapunzel and Flynn, following Tangled. When our guests enter Fantasy Fair, I hope that they feel that same excitement that they feel whenever they enter Fantasyland. In other words, this is a place where those beloved stories are coming to life, whether they're meeting a princess or seeing one of our shows at the Royal Theatre.
I really looked at the original 1983 Fantasyland for this project, and I noticed that a lot of Fantasyland is in neutral-looking buildings. So there's all these kind of Bavarian architecture, but within that architecture there's Snow White and there's Peter Pan, which takes place in London and not in Germany. So I thought Fantasy Fair should have kind of the same feeling. So it's a neutral Fantasyland setting, but within those there's references to different Disney movies. I think what it adds is a really immersive way to greet our princesses. It's also really an extension of Fantasyland, so Fantasyland got bigger as well. But just the immersiveness of this project and the way people can interact and meet their famous Disney princesses and characters, I think, is something new to Disneyland.
In the shows, we've tried to create them in an unexpected way. So what they will see is not necessarily a traditional retelling of these stories. As you may know, we are performing Beauty and the Beast and Tangled, but as told by what I call 2 Renaissance vaudevillians, Mr. Smythe and Mr. Jones, who are putting their own little unique spin on these stories. I hope there's a sense of anticipation to see something a little unexpected, but also that excitement of having a one-on-one encounter with one of our princesses. What wasn't there before is the way that we are telling these stories. What we have found, we've had a couple days of previews so far, and we found that our theatrical presentations of Beauty and the Beast and Tangled are engaging little kids, teenagers. We had a group of college students come in, parents. They all are very engaged in these stories, and they're all finding a little bit of humor, a little bit of adventure, a lot of heart. We had one little girl talking to Belle following the show, and Belle asked if she enjoyed the show, and the girl said, "Yes, but it was funny because you made my eyes water." And it was so adorable because these little kids are so engaged in the stories that they are making an emotional connection.
First, the drink is a Boysen Apple Freeze. What it is a frozen apple juice with a wild berry flavoring and a passion fruit mango foam on top. And we built it so you could drink it without a straw, so you get all the flavors at one time and you get the nice passion fruit at the beginning. Also, we have a garlic cheddar twist. What it is a bagel. I wouldn't say braided, but it's like 2 layers twisted, and it has the cheddar cheese and the roasted garlic in it. Also, we have 2 of the sweet twists, which is a chocolate and a strawberry twist, both with powdered sugar on top. We're the only ones that will be offering these items. The bagel twist, I actually haven't seen anything like it around. I mean, you go get a bagel, there's a cheddar garlic, but in this twist and make it kind of look like a wand form. It's pretty unique, and also with the sweet pastries. I know in the park we have the churros, but this is something that looks and has the shape of the churro, but is completely different. So as far as Fantasy Fair, I think we'll stand out a little bit. Especially in the food industry and the restaurants, foams are really big right now. They came in a couple years ago. A lot of chefs were making foams, and they just become really trendy and really popular. So, you know, we try to stay on top of trends, and that's what's happening now.
We created a pavilion that is ready for multiple use. During the day, of course, we will have the great shows with Rapunzel and Belle, but who knows, the pavilion can also be used for other events, and I'm sure that the park has lots of ideas for that.
We're going to see what the land does, and I know that swing dancing is a topic that's out there. This is a new area. We don't know how our guests are going to react. We're going to present these shows. We'll get those up and running, and that topic will certainly come up in the future. We do have the swing dancing at Downtown Disney. I've been there myself. I'm not a great swing dancer, but have been there. But as far as DCA, I honestly don't know.
I think the view when you come off the new bridge that we built that kind of comes off the hub, I think the view from there is really great. You have a great panorama, and I hope that people will be excited and charmed by this new area.